Last night at 11, we told you about a woman's fight to save her life and her child. Doctors said her baby boy wouldn't survive. And in the struggle to get an abortion in Georgia, her healthy baby girl's life and her own were at risk. WSAV's Christine Callie joins us now with this story.
So Ben, the current laws in Georgia dictate that abortions can't be performed after 6 weeks of pregnancy unless the woman or the fetus qualify for one of the exceptions outlined in Georgia House Bill 481, otherwise known as the Heartbeat Bill. Callie Beale Harper says she should have qualified for one of those exceptions, but instead her pregnancy went horribly wrong.
For the second time now, Callie was receiving devastating news from her doctors.
Even though your daughter is perfectly healthy, we are now going to have to induce you. We're going to have to abort her life at 20 weeks because this pregnancy is going to kill you and you are turning septic.
Callie was originally pregnant with twins, her little boy diagnosed with a chromosomal abnormality that meant he wouldn't survive.
Structurally, he was incompatible with life. And just me not knowing anything medically, I could see with my eye, my untrained eye, that so many parts of his body were broken beyond repair.
But she says because of the current abortion laws in Georgia, doctors told her she wouldn't be allowed to have the procedure she needed to lay her son to rest and protect her healthy daughter. Not here in Georgia, at least. One doctor telling Callie,
she said that in her experience being a genetic counselor within the state of Georgia, you had to have very deep pockets to receive an exemption. She said that if you were poor or middle class, you had no chance. She said that even if you had these deep pockets, it would take weeks to go before the board to receive an exception. A few exceptions for the state of Georgia is the risk to the mother's life. Check that box for me. Risk to or non-viable pregnancy, that also applied to my son. And in addition, the risk to my daughter's life, which does not fit in the black and white nature of, these exceptions.
Therefore, she had to wait several weeks and travel out of state for her procedure. That delay in care landing her in the hospital once she was back in Georgia with herself and kid now at risk.
I experienced the complications that my doctor told me I would experience had I not received care at 13 weeks. I had my labs drawn twice a day, and every time I gave blood from my veins, I just sat and waited to hear if it was going to be life or death for my daughter. Thankfully, miraculously, my levels after a few days started going down. I was hospitalized 10 times in 10 weeks due to complications.
At the end of those 10 weeks, though, and the end of Harper's 9-month-long struggle, Kit was finally born.
She is now, I guess, 16 months. She just had her 12-month developmental clinic appointment, and she was testing at 15, 18 months. She's ridiculously strong and smart. But it is a miracle that she didn't also have severe delays and problems affecting her for the rest of her life.
After her ordeal and on behalf of her daughter, Callie has now started advocating for other women, taking to social media.
My name is Callie. I'm an artist, I'm a Jesus follower, and I'm a great mother.
Ideal world, I would be holding both of my children right now and planning for their futures and how to care for them. But instead, it's really my job to share what this really looks like and how it's affecting care providers and mothers alike.
So coming up in our last part of this series tonight at 11, we'll look into exactly what the current abortion regulations in Georgia are, focusing on House Bill 481, talking to the lawmakers who wrote it. Christine Callie, WSAV News 3, on your side.